would you get me too tight on those? Thank you. Remind me on that later.
No ice.
I didn't eat one ice. I was just looking at them. Oh, look. They're all fused together. How did you do that? I can't get one out. Oh, you're clever. Go in no rest of my ice. Stupid. CNN. There. That's where CNN belongs. Ah. Oh. Oui, oui, monsieur. Parlez-vous français? What's that got to do with anything? Oh, no, it just sounded good. But the thing is, though, I noticed that somebody caught, what's his name? Or her name? Susan Jerzek. Hi, Frank. Hi. Great to see you again. Great to not see you. Well, no, great to see you too. Hey, Frank Wood. Did you watch Trump's briefing a bit ago? Only because I've got OAN on my laptop. CNN took away 45 minutes of his press conference today. CNN got jealous. We're gonna talk about it. and Susan says, I bet you loved it. Yeah, for reasons you don't know. But then you say, it was filled with juicy between the line messages, in my humble opinion. Yeah, you caught it? What did we say? Well, we're talking about Gerald Cummings. Hey, Frank, you're still here on UB2B. I guess your threats must have worked. They don't care about me. I don't care about them. Oh, they want to get rid of me. They can. It won't stifle me, and in any way, shape, or form. 368.
Three
We'll
and
start. We'll be here in about 32 more minutes, right? Hey, we can wait forever, Adam. It was awesome. He slammed Kerry. You heard what he said about him? Him and Obama advised Iran, not wrong, but correctly in order for them to steal money. But Trump is taking it away. Frank, I noticed a green ball and a green ball and a gold ball on your chain. I never noticed them before. It's actually titanium blue, and the other one is gold. Anyways, how many we got? 411? Yeah, what the heck? Let's get started. Let's go. But yeah, interesting that you caught that. Oh, for 5G. I don't believe in the conspiracy things about 5G. If you're going to use 5G to control a society, the society cannot use it. That's not the way to do it. The way to control them is with a pandemic. Earlier it was amazing because there was like, I'd say about 20. Anyways, they're not going to be with me today.
Okay.
Let's guard that. Alrighty, you ready? 3, 2, 1, go. Greetings, family. Welcome to another one of your Frank 26 UB2Bs. It is the 1st of April. And as much as you may think that I'm a joke, no, I'm not. What I am is here to talk to you about the Iraqi Dinar investment. It's an interesting investment, huh? And there's a lot of bonuses that seem to be coming around left and right. Ladies and gentlemen, I welcome you with agape love because that's the way I was raised. But you can see that I'm human just like you. You cut me, and I will bleed passion for you. Anyways, we're here to study the Iraqi Dinar, and the very first thing I want to establish is that we're not here to give you a date or to give you an opinion. Excuse me, to give you a date or give you a rate. But what we're going to do instead is give you a very strong opinion, at least I hope, of where we think we are with this investment. Let's get started right away with our work tonight. Let's start out with a 30-minute recording. In fact, when Will gets here, this will still have about 1 or 2 more minutes to go, so we're going to have to tell Will, Jan, just to wait. He may call on this phone, won't he?
Mm-hmm.
You may have to, well, you can't.
I
Will. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get started right away. And again, we're starting the Iraqi Dinar. I have no date, no rate. And I'm going to play you a recording. It's 29 minutes long. It's between me and Delta. And I think it'll help, again, to iron things out, to hear our point of view of where we're at. And then we have Will that'll come in and he'll talk about our product. And then when Will's done, Walking Stick and I would like to talk to you all. Please enjoy.
Can you help me?
How can I help you? You? Oh, you booger butt.
Unlock. How can you help me?
How can I help you?
How can you help me, please? I do have corona in my body, but send me some vodka so I can kill the corona.
Yeah, I heard about that yesterday. We didn't know if it was a rumor. It came from our fireflies. Have you heard anything? Has it been confirmed if Alok does have corona?
No, it doesn't actually.
Good,
It was all, it was all rumors. And besides when they said him and his family, by the way, all these like big officials in Iraq, most of their family, they don't live there.
Yeah.
They live in Dubai, or they live in UK, and most of them, they have dual citizenship. So I know that's not true, and they came back and they deny it, actually.
And besides, in my opinion, the United States is taking good care of Alok right now because he's working with us, and he's working with the Minister of Finance, and they're doing a good job, and I'm happy with what we're seeing. And then today, just like we told the family, it was about a month ago, but I've been very, very careful. I'm not allowed to talk about it, but now that Trump has done it, let's do it today. We positioned a lot of troops in Iraq, and we positioned them in the borders that strategically are going to keep Iraq in check. We even put some in Saudi Arabia, the so-called, in my opinion, because Saudi has been acting a little bad lately, and we just don't want no problems for them whatsoever. So you just stay put while we take care of things. And what I've been telling the family is that, yeah, they've been sending these rockets over. Yeah, they keep bugging us. But one of these days, like a sleeping giant, that swats a fly that's bugging him while he's trying to take a sleep. This Iran, this nuisance that's Iran, try one more time. Just try to hurt one more do something, please. Because I think Trump has now put us in a military position, along with a lot of other countries in the Middle East, to basically wipe out the supreme elite Iranian influence that's everywhere out there. I'm excited. I'm happy because if he does retaliate, and now he says he's ready to if he has to, oh my goodness, Delta, the retaliation will be swift and fast and just so pulverizing. I said that it would be Iran. We will rain down terror upon you to the point where you will go insane. Well, but anyways, I'm kind of happy that he finally talked about it because that's the next move. The Firefly Delta today, Eddie was telling me, oh yeah, look, they got it on billboards and they're on the media and they're talking and Iran is saying if anybody in Iraq supports the United States, they're going to get killed. They're going straight to their home. We'll kill you. And oh yeah, this and this and this and this and this. And I told Eddie, I said, look, I can't tell you anything. Wait. Well, lo and behold, this morning, Manny, I told him, I got a hold of him and I said, there it is. There it is. I told you we were loading up for a reason.
You see all those helicopters above your head. You were asking me why. Why so many? Now you know. We are ready to protect the investment called Iraq. Anyways,
Absolutely.
I'm glad you let me talk because I wanted to make this recording to hear, what you got. What you got, buddy? Report to me.
Okay, so yesterday, probably you saw it, but a lot of people probably didn't see it. There's a lot of confusion right now in Iraq by the citizen because of the central bank of Iraq. All of a sudden, they stopped the auctions,
Right.
and then that is making those black market, the exchange rate going really higher
Yes.
than usual. Like some places now, it's very close to 1250 now, $1,250 per dollars, even
Not
though
good.
the
Not
market
good.
officially is not open because of the shutdown. But the banks is open. All the banks is open. Everybody is open. But everybody is surprised by the central bank of Iraq. They're not making basically their move. And there were so many comments. I just bought a couple of them, or 4 or 5 of them yesterday.
I saw you
But
did a great
basically
report.
what they're saying is,
You did a great report, Manny. Thank you. I saw it. And in fact, I even went in there last night. I don't know what time, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, and I posted to you and I said, excellent reports. Go ahead.
yeah, so basically what's going on is here, there was very good comments, basically. I did translate. There's all in Arabic, but I tried to translate to the family some part of it. But exactly what's going on is here, when they used to have some kind of issue, remember, we had, Iraq, they had a couple of issues that the exchange rate went very high in the market. And when you used to have that, you used to have the CBI right away sipping in,
Yep.
and then fixing the problem,
Yep.
injecting more dollars to drop that exchange down. And if you remember, the example was about a month ago when they started doing a week in advance auctions. If you remember,
Yep.
the price went up and very high. But everybody right now is basically worried, and at the same time they're curious why the CBI they're not making their move. And I do believe what's going on is here. The Central Bank of Iraq, they cannot do the 200 million a day that they used to do before. Even though they come back and let's say they do the auctions again, and it's going to be probably for a short time, they might not even do it because the oil price is very low. As we know, the government sells the oil, and the dollars give to the CBI. The CBI to do auctions. But they're not going to be able to afford to do $1 billion a week that they used to do before.
Good point.
And remember, when they come back, in order for you to control the prices, you have to inject a lot of dollars. I mean, I don't see that happening. So what we believe really is going to happen is here, which is, the CBI, they're not telling us, they have to basically raise the value, accept Article 8, and then problem solve. You don't have to basically go through the reserve. You're going to be able to pay with dinars. And then yesterday was a very interesting statement from one of the Iraqi citizen that he lives in Erbil. He said that it was very interesting. He went to this shop to buy stuff, and then when he bought everything, the vendor, he refused to take dollars.
Listen.
And this guy was refused. He was taking
Listen.
dinars.
Wasn't that wonderful? When I read that out of your report, I just smiled so big. Manny, hey, you think the shop owners know something?
Absolutely. And this is what I got to my mind. I mean, even that guy said that he's not accepting dollars, and this is very weird, very strange. That now gradually, slowly, a lot of vendors, they're not accepting the dollars, not euros. They're just taking dinars. So for you to do that, you know that there's something coming up from the CBI. And as a solution, all of us, you and I, everybody knows that. Now, the CBI, they're coming out and they're stating that, I believe there's an article should be coming up shortly. I just saw it about 10 minutes ago. I'm not sure if it's reform or not, but there was on the Iraqi newspaper. They're talking about the CBI, they're going to come back, and they're going to come back as usual for doing the auctions, whatever. After the curfew is over, after the shutdown is over. But I don't buy that because, again, for you to come back, you have to inject again back to 200 million a day in order for you to do the whole day, which is not going to happen. Of course, they're not going to come back and tell you that, oh, by the way, we're going to revalue or reinstate our currency. But I believe that they're stuck in the corner. There's a lot of pressure on them. And then this should be a big lesson to all of them. That, you don't have to depend on nobody anymore. You have to, act like grown up, reinstate the currency, make it tradable, recognizable internationally. Then you don't have to worry about the oil. If the oil price goes down or up or down, it really doesn't matter anymore because you're going to have your own currency and you're going to start producing your own stuff internally and don't depend on basically import. But it's really very interesting to see that this is the first time ever you see the CPI stopping since the 16. It's about 15 days, 16 days straight with no auctions. And we all know what they used to tell us before, that those auctions is meant to control the monetary policies, control the exchange rate.
Right.
But for you not doing that for 16 days now, they have a curfew, I believe. They did extend it now till, I believe, the 19th. The statement is not out yet, but it should be coming out. I remember they were supposed to come back on the 11th or the 12th.
Yeah.
But I guess they did extend it till April the 19th for now. But this is really interesting for the CBI not even doing any auctions.
Well, and also I pray that when they do return with those auctions, that they're changed, that they're different, and that they're using the American dollar in a completely different manner. Take, for example, today. Or was it yesterday? No, it was yesterday. The President, United States of America, sends to Iraq, millions and millions of dollars. I forget what the amount was, but to fight the coronavirus. To fight the coronavirus. Now, that money, it's not for them to pay their bills. That money is to fight the coronavirus. You got to have your own currency with your own value. And I feel good about what's going on. Iranian influence right now, our Fireflies, Manny, our Delta are telling me that they are angry as a hornet's nest. They're out there in bulletin boards, like I told you. They're out there in the radio. They're out there in their, what do you call those speakers that they put up to their mouths? And they're telling the citizens, if you vote for this, what's his name? I call him Z.
The zebra, I call him the zebra.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one. Okay, from now on. Okay, we put it in our files. Yeah, and they're saying, day after day after day, the little bit, what's left of this, bad Iranian people in the government, they're out there just trying to scare the living daylights out of the Iraqi citizens, telling them if you vote for America, you're in trouble. And you know what's interesting, Manny? Why would they do that? Why would they do that? Because they know dang well that they're dying. They're going away. There's nothing left of them. You know what I mean?
Right.
And so it's the dying man's last gasp. Threatening. I'm going to kill you. I'm going to kill you. No, you're already dead. Don't you even realize that? Iran is like the drunk that comes out of the bar and gets into his car and he gets in an accident and he dies. But he doesn't even realize he's dead because he's so drunk. It's not until he's in the presence of his maker that he realizes, wait a minute, I'm dead. And Iran, military, elite, influence, bozo, whatever, they're dead. I keep talking that they're walking zombies. They're dead. And the United States is not dealing with them. They're working with the good Iranian people in Iraq. And they're going to be sending them some money pretty soon for this corona. They're going to be sending them some money for their economy. They're going to wipe out the bozos that are giving everybody a hard time there. Here, look, let me read this real quick to you. It says, Mr. Frank, they told us that the highest military leader of the Revolutionary Guard is in Baghdad today. What, Mr. Frank? How did that happen? They say that he's in Baghdad today, and he's meeting with Iranian politicians on the vote for Zebra and for Zebra's cabinet, and Zebra is showing them on television, and supposed to be a secret meeting. However, it's all over the news right now. How is it that Zebra is meeting with the Iranian people? This is not the Iranian leaders. And then Iranian leaders are out there saying that we better not vote for America. So I told Eddie, I said, look, these Iranian, bad guys, that's all they can do. That's all they can do. I told you everything would be okay with the prime minister. I just couldn't tell you how they were going to do the votes, but now we're in there and we're taking everything over. As for the money that we just gave Iraq, please notice it's for the virus. It's not for. You still have to add value to your currency. And as far as the meeting between Iran and Zebra, in my opinion, I have to say in my opinion, because due to the sensitivity of all the years that you guys have been abused by Iran, I just want you to know that it's not what you think it is. Look, let me tell you that in my opinion, what Zebra is doing is not meeting with Iran to say, hey, kumbaya, how you guys doing? Yeah, we're going to take over Iraq again. No. Zebra's not making friends with Iran. That's why they're pissed off. That's why they're telling you vote. If you so much as vote for Z, we kill you. Because what Z is doing, he met with them. And he's telling them in their own language, you're dead. I got a message from you from Daddy. Yeah, here you go, Iran. This is for you. This is for you, Iran. Open it up. Go on. Open it up. And when they open it, the President of the United States of America has just declared that you do something stupid, because we're ready now for it. We're ready. Do something stupid so we can wipe you out. And time is going to show. It's going to show all of this to be the case. Zebra is not working with Iran. He's telling them, you guys better be careful. And sure enough, at the end of Firefly's report, Manny, he says, Iran is angry, and they're telling the citizens, and they're telling us that we will kill you if you vote for America. Now, do you think that relationship, that attitude would exist if Zebra was working with Iran military leaders? Of course not. That's why they're angry, because they just found out from Z, you guys are in trouble. Oh, well, I'm happy, Delta, and I'm so proud of you with your report last night. I read it twice.
Well, that's really good. And one more thing I'd like to hit on right now is, all this talk about printing currency or not printing currency. It's very interesting when I saw this article the last 2 or 3 days talking about that, and I started laughing because it looks like, believe it or not, a lot of them, they don't know that the Central Bank of Iraq, they did actually print currencies, because I was tracking that for almost over a year and a half. Remember that?
Yeah.
The report that we used to give all the time, we used to give the currency issuing expenses and
But it was for a different reason. Different reason. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Absolutely. So we remember we give the numbers that they did actually print, even though they're not telling nobody, and even their official, even the people of the Parliament financial committees, they don't even know that they did print about close to $6 trillion for over a year and a half, and the last one I remember was in December when they printed close to about $50 million worth of currencies, and now they do have close to 51 basically $1 trillion, and they added about close to $6 trillion, and this is, we do believe that they're the lower denomination. That's why the Central Bank of Iraq is telling you, we cannot print anymore. We cannot print. They cannot tell you that they didn't print. But if you look at their website, it is right there.
Right there.
It's very interesting.
Yeah,
it's very interesting to see that not even the financial committee of the Parliament, they know what we know. And this is just amazing how you, me, and the KGFA family, and the members, and the news out, and all of us that's working, we know. Believe me, I told one time I was talking to someone, and then I told him, believe me, we know sometimes more than even people inside Iraq. We are more educated as far as this kind of subject.
Ahead of the curve.
I mean, for them, when they come up to say about, we're going to print money, and we're going to do this, and then the CBI comes back and deny it, but they don't know that they did print already. We know that they have $6 trillion they already printed for the last almost less than a year and a half. I keep tracking. They have a spreadsheet. They're reporting for you what's going on. So for you to come out and announce it on the newspapers and the media and all over, I mean, that makes me really smile and happy, because it looks like, believe me, we know more than that. Only the CBI, they're not going to tell you that. I mean, they didn't even come out and say that, by the way, we did print a low denomination for the last year and a half. Well, we know that. We know that they have money supplies right now. They cannot print anymore because they're already printed the lower denominations. And remember, they told us in September, back last year, that they're going ahead with the lifting of the 3 zeros and deletion of the 3 zeros. And the currency department and the CBI, they're going ahead and they're going to print this currency that they're printing right now. But to see a lot of information coming up from the financial committee, parliaments, those economists, it looks like we know more than them. And this is just really very interesting and made me smile when I saw that article.
Yes, indeed. Because, I said yesterday, Monday on our conference call, this is one of the reasons why at times our study is simply ahead of the curve. There are many things that you're reading now that we told you about before. The most powerful one is we told you Allah would come out and he would explain to the citizens, we stopped the auctions and this is why, and we're going to add value in our exchange rate, and isn't that? Well, lo and behold, guess what? They stopped the auctions and Allah came out and told the citizens why. And the other point that you just made also, I talked about on Monday, Delta, doggone it, it's frustrating. Yes, we're having to deal with these Iranian bozos, Iranian jerks. They just cause confusion. But what I don't really like is that you got these Iranian idiots that are going around talking like they have the authority to say things. Yes, we're going to print more currency. No, stupid. You're saying that because you don't want the value to go up. You just want to keep more zeros. God, like you just said, Manny, the 250, the 500, the 1,000, that was the old print. There was a bunch of old, worn, and torn notes. We reprinted, we did a bunch of currency swaps right now. We delivered the new small category note. You don't even know what we're doing, stupid. And that's the problem. The GOI, I said on Monday, and Walking Stick told me, tell this to the family. The government of Iraq, except for the Minister of Finance and a few in there, but the majority, 99.9% of the GOI, cannot interpret the monetary reform. They don't even know what the hell's going on. And they cannot interpret it. They don't even understand it. And what you just said
Listen
right
to
here is
that.
Another verification of it. So true. The only one that understands it is the Alak and the Minister of Finance. And they're the only ones that are going around right now saying, print more currency. What are you, stupid? We need to have the value. We need to pay our bills. Don't you understand? We don't have an auction no more. No more making dollars. What are we going to do? Nobody wants to lend us any money. We used to be the prettiest girl in town. We're the ugliest girl now. And all because of Donald Trump. That guy is masterful. Wait till you see what he does with Iran.
I believe it, man. I believe it, and it's just amazing too. Because even the CBI, they came out, and what I like about their statement, they state that printing money it's off the table. We're not going to print. Period. That gives you indication that because they're printed already, we know.
Yeah.
Based on their spreadsheet, but for them to come out and announce it and do a press conference, they said it that for us to print more currency, this is off the table. So that gives you an indication they're not going to print anymore. They have enough. They got the lower denominations ready to go. And again, they're going to wait probably another week, 2 weeks, whatever. But they cannot really wait till that because you're going to endanger the exchange rate, like the article that Walker Stick brought in, earlier about the dinars in danger and the CBI they have to do something. It's all over the news right now. Everybody is begging. They're begging the central bank of Iraq to do something. And everybody, again, based on the social media too, there's about more than 3,000 comments. Everybody's commenting. They don't know exactly what's going on. And like I told you earlier, when they used to have this kind of issue that the exchange rate in the black market going higher, we used to have the CBI right away coming out and injecting a lot of money, dropping that to the 2% compliance. Now it's going to be a problem because now if, let's say, you don't go back to the 19th or 20th, whatever, then the exchange rate is going to be very easy up to $1,300, $1,400.
Yeah.
Now, I know you can take it down, but remember, the CBI, you don't have enough money or dollars to do that. But what I do believe really is going on, the central bank of Iraq, they know that they're about to change your rate. So that's why, in my opinion, it looks like they don't care. If someone doesn't care, that's meaning you have a plan. So for the CBI not stepping in and waiting for this, to happen, and they know that the exchange rate is going to be very high, and you have the economist people begging you to do something ASAP, to control the exchange rate. It looks like you do have a different plan, and in my opinion, I might be wrong. We might be wrong. We don't know what the plan is. But the only plan, in our opinion, is to come back and raise the value of the dinar. That's the only way that you don't care about the market price now, because you're about to change your rate. In our opinion, that's why you don't care about the exchange rate outside. Otherwise, and you see the exchange rate going to $1,400-$1,500, and it's very possible. If you give them another 2 or 3 weeks, even though the money exchange, some of them they close, but they're giving them about 2 or 3 days a week to open.
Then what?
Yes, some prices in the black market is still going very high. So if they give them 1 week or 2 more weeks, in my opinion, the rate might go all the way up to 1,300, maybe 1,350.
Then what?
And that's going to be very hard to bring down.
Yeah.
Hey, Will.
Hello, sir.
Can you call me in, or maybe I can put you on hold. I only got two more. I only got two.
call you.
Yeah, call me in 3 minutes. We should be done with this recording, and then I'll turn it over to you.
I'll call you in 5.
In 5. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Trillion dinars, and this is, we do believe that they're the large denomination. That's why the central bank of Iraq is telling you, we cannot print anymore. We cannot print. They cannot
That
tell you
ain't
that they
right. I
don't
was
print.
down
But if you
further.
look at their website, it is right there. Amazing too, because even the CBI that came out, and what I like about their statement, they state that, printing money, it's off the table. And
Really
you're
said,
gonna
heard that.
period. Again, yeah, the plan is, but the only plan, in our opinion, is to come back and raise the value of the dinar. That's the only way that you don't care about
I
the
don't know
market
where we
price
left off.
now,
I'll pick up
because
right
you're
there.
about to change your rate. In our opinion, that's why you don't care about the exchange rate outside. Otherwise, you're not going to wait a month and you see the exchange rate going to $1,400-$1,500, and it's very possible. If you give them another 2 or 3 weeks,
With the money
even though
exchanges,
the money exchange, some of them they close, but they're giving them about 2 or 3 days a week to open.
Then what?
Yes, some prices in black market is still going very high. So if they give them 1 week or 2 more weeks, in my opinion, the rate might go all the way up to 1,300, maybe 1,350.
Then
and
what?
that's going to be very hard to bring down.
Yeah, that's right. You don't want to go into that area with that exchange rate. Right now, where it's at, it's almost easy to make it 1-to-1.
What is he saying?
Absolutely, and this is what I believe
What is he saying?
as the plan is based on our, confirmation, information what we got as a team. Again, we might be wrong.
Yeah.
Everything what he's talking is not our opinion. We don't know really what they plan, but based on the pressure that they're having right now, even if you go back to the auctions, I don't see them. They have to inject literally every day, again, close to $200 million to bring the exchange rate that we have right now down. Remember, last time it took them about 2 weeks, and they have to inject more than $1.5 billion to bring that exchange rate down.
Yeah.
That was about 3 months ago. Now, you have another 2 or 3 more weeks based on the curfew, the shutdown, but we know the CPI is not closed. By the way, all the banking, they're open.
Yeah.
That's,
Listen.
they're telling us the bank, that's how they pay the stuff. The central bank of Iraq, they're not closed. So now,
Right.
why then you not injecting some dollars to the market like you used to do before?
Yeah.
Or you have different plan. Now, one more thing, are you going to afford to lose another $1 billion out of your reserve?
Good
I
question.
don't think so,
No.
because we have to go back and do 200 million a day. That's about $1 billion, basically a week. So for 2 weeks to take down this exchange rate and make it like it used to be before, you need at least $2 billion in worth of 2 weeks worth of auctions. But we'll see what's going to happen. That's all the indications showing that we're in a really good point here, and we're in the good basically stage, and then the break to do something. Something has to happen, and you're going to see a lot of articles. You're going to have 90% talking about the exchange rate and what's going on, and the 10% talking about the zebra and the prime minister and the other stuff. But people that are so worried, and economists now, they're begging the CPI again to do something.
And they are. And you got the Fab Four that's getting involved. Again, there was, what is it? It requests that the central bank to strengthen its account in Iraqi dinars in exchange for withdrawing from its account in dollars. In other words, hey, We stopped the auctions. Can't get them, right? We can't exchange them anymore, right? Okay. Well, the CBI says that the best thing for us to do is to strengthen our currency. Yeah, the articles that are coming out are from those that can truly interpret the monetary reform. The confusion, whether it be from someone that is ignorant and trying to teach this, or whether it be from the Iranian influence that basically is already dead. They're dead. They're walking zombies, and they are fighting and kicking as they put the last shovel of dirt in their grave. They're leaving, this world angry, defeated, and spitting venom as as their last breath is coming out of their lungs. But none of it means anything, because the future of Iraq is in the hands of the United States of America, to the point where we have to take it all over again, whether it be by sanctions or go in their military, whatever it may be. Trump is ready to do that. Trump is working on a lot of masterful things. Right now, we need to pray that this corona will go away. Are you doing okay, by the way? Your family, everybody okay?
Yeah, I mean, we tried our best. I mean, this is something unique to all of us. I mean, the whole country and the whole world. Actually, we're just trying to be safe. I mean, that's the most important. Just keep inside. It's not that easy, especially with the kind of life that all of us we have. Going out and doing all kind of stuff, but you cannot do that. And there's no certainties when that's going to go away, and that's a problem.
Hi, Will.
Thank you.
Let me see. How do I get you on the speaker? Talk, Will.
I'm here.
There you are. The floor is yours. Let me know when you're done, brother.
All right. Well, hey, everybody. So nice to be here with you again this evening. And we're going to talk about some things that some of you may not be aware of, or you may be aware of. I don't know. Did you know that your body, when you're young, until the age of, skeletal maturity, 18, 19, 20 years old, do you know that your body produces massive amounts of antioxidants on its own? On its own, with no help at all. God designed our bodies to produce maximum amounts of antioxidants. And the way it does it is through 4 youth enzymes, Y-O-U-T-H, youth enzymes. Superoxide dismutase, catalase, oxygenase, and glutathione. Okay? Now, as we go forward in life, when we reach skeletal maturity, our dimmer switch comes on for those 4 youth enzymes. Oh, wow, that's crappy, right? Well, that means that your antioxidant production slows down. And by the time you're like 25, 30 years old, it's shutting off. It's gone. It doesn't produce anymore. How do you think the antioxidant pill people got into business? They know it. They just didn't know how to fix it. Our company came up with a solution for that. After 45 years of research, we found a way to turn that production back on, to get the body to produce the 4 youth enzymes again. It's called the NRF2 pathway. There's a pathway that shuts down between the outer wall of your cells and the nucleus of your cell. It no longer allows communication outside the cell to the nucleus. It's called an NRF2 pathway. Our creator actually has discovered a way to open that pathway up again. It doesn't matter how old you are. It doesn't matter what your health condition is. It works 100% of the time for 100% of people, no matter the health condition or the age of the individual. And that's been proven over and over and over and over and over through 31 peer-reviewed clinical studies published in PubMed.gov. That's the largest library of clinical research anywhere in the world.
and it's been published there. Okay? Well, golly, you mean I don't have to eat antioxidants anymore? What about my diet? You know, I eat antioxidant-rich foods. Well, let's just talk about what antioxidants do in the first place, right? Antioxidants donate electrons to free radicals, okay? Antioxidants donate electrons to free radicals. Well, what in the world's a free radical, right? Free radicals are produced in our bodies, very normal, very, it's not unusual. Everybody's got them, even dogs, cats, horses, pigs, cows. Every mammal on Earth has free radicals. If you're breathing oxygen and processing food, you have free radicals in your body. Now, when the body's non-ability to fight off free radicals is when you reach that point, that's called oxidative stress. So your body is stressing because now if your antioxidant production is not there to donate those electrons, the free radicals go about the body stealing electrons from your healthy cells. Now, why is that important? Well, it's important because what's your eyes made of? What's your heart made from? What's your lungs made from? What is your colon made from? Ladies, what's your skin made of? Cells, right? So if you've got free radicals running around your body stealing electrons and damaging your cells, that's bringing on premature aging, and it's also bringing on disease. Science has already proven that oxidative stress has a direct link to over 250 diseases. And you can name them. The big ones are there. It's already been proven, okay? Well, what about antioxidants I buy from online and over at the health food store and stuff like that? Well, let me tell you the difference between those antioxidants that you can buy in the store and the antioxidants that God has provided you with in your own body, okay? Number one, let's just say you go on the health food store, get online, and you buy yourself a bottle of antioxidants. They're, you know, the hottest thing going, right? Or so they say. Well, the first thing that you realize that you have to realize when you take it is the body sees that pill as foreign. So it cuts down the efficacy or the effectiveness of it by 30% as soon as it starts dissolving in your system. Because, hey, it's something foreign, it's not supposed to be here, let's get rid of it. So 70% of it goes away immediately. I mean, it just ain't there no more. So now you're down to 30% efficacy. What happens with those antioxidant molecules? Those antioxidant molecules fight free radicals on a one-to-one basis. Those antioxidants you bought from the store and you're taking, they fight on a one-to-one basis. That means one molecule of the antioxidant is going to kill one free radical. And guess what happens to that antioxidant after it donates the electron to the free radical? Guess what happens to it? It's the craziest thing, guys. It becomes a free radical. It starts attacking your cells, wanting an electron. It's the craziest thing. What better way of selling antioxidants than having a cycle like that going on in your body? That's nuts. Don't ever take any antioxidants from the store or you buy online. Don't ever do it because you're not doing yourselves any favors. Now, what's the difference between that and what God has provided your body with in order to produce? Here's the difference. When your body produces antioxidants, your body's antioxidants act as a huge magnet to free radicals. In other words, you ever seen one of those big old magnets that can pick up a car, you know, and put it in the squishing machine that squishes them up in little cubes and then they bury them in the landfill or wherever? Imagine that is one of your antioxidants that you you produce in your own body, okay? Imagine that, because that's exactly what it is. One antioxidant that you produce in your own body attracts millions of free radicals to it every second of every day. And they donate those electrons, boom, 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 to millions of free radicals every second. Isn't that a lot more effective than going down to the health food store or getting online and buying some antioxidant pills or liquids or powders or whatever it is you might see? It's a heck of a lot more effective, and it's not foreign. It's natural. It's the way God intended, period. So please, don't do that to yourself. There's no reason to waste your money on it. No reason at all, okay? Now, how do we know these things? We know these things because, like I told you earlier, there's been 31 clinical peer-reviewed studies done on this that prove that this is what happens. Who did the studies? Did y'all pay for it? No, we didn't pay a dime. Did you give some scientists some expert advice to these people doing the peer reviews? No. They just bought the product, started their own peer reviews on it, okay? Who are they? Washington State University, University of Texas, Louisiana State University, Ohio State University, Harvard Medical School, Johns Hopkins Medical School, the American Heart Association, the National Institutes of Health, and the federal government. I mean, it's some pretty reputable medical research facilities, right? And they all published their discoveries on PubMed.gov. If you're looking for research on any ingredient or any pharmaceutical or any natural supplementation or activation for the body, it's there. There's millions and millions and millions and millions and millions of records there. But you know what? None of them publish the name of their products. They all talk about ingredients in their products, right? Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, there is one that's mentioned on PubMed.gov amongst all the millions of research that have been done. There is one product mentioned. It's ours. Now, if you don't immediately think credibility in your brain when I say that, you've missed everything I've just said, because there's only one. There's only one. And that's quite a blessing. That says a lot about the credibility of what we have and what the ability of it is. Okay? Now, that's one product, and it has to do with the antioxidant theory of aging. That is one theory of aging. Okay? There is another theory of aging. It is called the mitochondrial theory of aging. Okay? Now, the mitochondria, again, we're talking about the nucleus of the cell. The mitochondria are in the nucleus of the cell. They are tiny, think of it this way, they are tiny energy producers. They produce electrical energy. Now, the electrical energy is for two things. Number one, it's for cellular communication. As we grow older, just like with the 4 youth enzymes, our body has a way of stopping or slowing down mitochondrial production. I mean, think about it like an old machine that hadn't been, had any oil put in it in a while, hadn't been greased up in a while, It just slows down, stops working. And that's just the natural state of things, right? Well, our company has found a way to get the mitochondria juiced back up and producing as they did when you were in your teens, just like with the 4 youth enzymes. They're producing the same as they did when you were in your teens. And it doesn't matter if you're 75 or 80 years old. It's the same. And it's been proven over and over and over and over and over. Okay? Now, Why is it important to get that mitochondria going again? Well, the mitochondria is responsible for cellular communication, and the energy, the electrical energy, is also good for the ability to get up out of your chair and move around the room, or go dancing, or haul a fish in the boat, or hook up your boat to the back of the truck. I mean, it's just necessary for us to function properly, okay? Now, there's one more theory of aging. It's called the sirtuin theory of aging. The sirtuin theory of aging is this. In the nucleus, and this is, I said it last week, this is an amazing thing, that God is so all-powerful that he was able to stick all of this into the nucleus of every cell in our body. I mean, it's crazy, right? How can you get all of that into the nucleus of every cell in your body? And they are sirtuins. They are receptors in the nucleus of your cell. And what they do is they are the general of the cell. They tell the 4 youth enzymes what to do, when to do, and where to do. They tell the mitochondria what to do, where to do, and when to do. And they direct everything, just like a conductor in an orchestra, if you will, or a general giving orders here, there, and everywhere. And they're in every cell of our bodies, okay? Now, let me go back to the NRF2 real quick, the antioxidant theory of aging. After 30 days of taking our product, you will receive a 40% reduction in the oxidative stress, or the free radicals in your body, okay? After 120 days, you'll see a reduction of up to 70% in the free radicals or oxidative stress in your body, okay? Now remember those numbers, okay? Now with the sirtuins, the sirtuins love NAD. That's what they feast on, NAD. That name of that is just too long and too scientific. I'm not even going to attempt to do it. I cannot pronounce it, and I'm not going to make myself feel foolish, because if y'all want to look it up, Google sirtuins and NAD, and you can come up with that long name. You'll know why I didn't want to pronounce it, too, so there you go. Anyway, sirtuins love NAD, but as we get older, our NAD is no longer it's no longer appealing to our sirtuins. It's like a half a worm and you're trying to catch a fish. It just ain't appealing as a whole worm is. Plus you can see the hook, or dating if you're a man dating a younger woman, or if you're a woman dating a younger man, it's really appealing, right? But as we grow older, it's a little less appealing. So the sirtuins, they just don't want anything to do with it anymore. They're done. They're not going to do any of that. So anyway, our company, our founders, have found a way to make the NAD appealing to the sirtuins again. The NAD never ever went anywhere. It's still in your body. It's just floating around dormant, right? Our company has found a way to reactivate the NAD and make it appealing to the sirtuins again. Wow. So now, here's what you got. If you're taking this Tri-Synergizer pack that Frank and I take every day, if you're taking that, and listen, I'm not trying to sell you anything, I'm just giving you information. That's all I'm doing. Hang on just a minute. We got a special guest coming on, Frankie. All right, you just hold on there, special guest. I'm going to finish what I'm talking about. I'm going to ask you a couple of questions.
Okay.
Anyway, Frankie, here's what we got. We've got the sirtuins are kicking butt and giving orders and conducting like they're supposed to. The mitochondria are kicking butt. They got the electrical energy flying everywhere like they're supposed to. And the antioxidants are producing millions per second, 24 hours a day. And listen to this. When you have the sirtuins When you add that to the NRF2, what you're talking about there, now you remember I told you in the beginning, if you take this stuff for 30 days, you'll have a 40% reduction in the oxidative stress or free radical activity, right? Well, listen to this. When you add in the NAD to the other two, you're looking at an 1,800% increase in the power of the NRF2. You're looking at reducing your oxidative stress by 78% in 24 hours. Oh, wow. Now that's power. That is a result that everyone can live with, okay? Now, we're not talking about something that costs $1,000 a month either. We're really not. We're talking about something that isn't anywhere close to that. Now, here's what I want you to do. I want you to get out a pen and get out a piece of paper, because I'm going to give you some contact information in a minute, and you can write me or you can call me and ask me for the information. Just say, I'm with Frank, okay? And I will get you over an email so you can look at everything right in front of you and research it for yourself. Whether you buy it, whether you don't buy it, at least you'll know what it is that you're looking at, and if you turn it down, at least you'll know what you're turning down, okay? So anyway, get your pen and piece of paper, and I'll give you that information. Jackie Britt Kilby is with me tonight, guys. And besides Dr. Rich, she is one of the most knowledgeable people about health that I know, because this woman has had health challenges since her youth, and she had to learn it on her own. And for the last 35 years, that's what she's done, is studied health and how to improve it. Okay? So I wanted to introduce her to you. She's over here in North Carolina with me, and I wanted to ask her a few questions, okay? All right, Jackie, let me ask you a question about telomeres, because everyone knows the longer the telomeres, the better, right?
Yeah.
Do our products affect the telomere growth or inhibit the growth, or how do are they affected at all by our products?
Well, that's a great question. And hello, everyone. And hi, Frank and Tink. And yes, if you research what's the root cause of aging, for example, what's going to pop up is oxidative stress or oxidative damage or cellular damage, what William has been talking to you about. And if you look at, as he said, I'm a researcher, and if you look at what shortens telomeres, they can actually take a telomere test and kind of tell you all pretty approximately, a little scary to think about, but how long you're approximately going to live. But if you look at what causes telomere shortening, William, it's oxidative stress. That's what it's the damaging of that. And I've also looked at the positive end of it, that when you're able to lower the oxidative stress and get the body activated like it was when you were a teenager, all of you remember being teenagers, able to activate it like you were when you were a teenager, they found that if you can reduce that, the telomeres can come back and can begin to lengthen. And if you've ever watched any documentaries about that, it states that you can, through lifestyle changes and whatever, lengthen those telomeres. But the number one thing is you've got to stop the damage in order to lengthen them. And the NFR2, which he was speaking of, absolutely will stop that damage and turn it around. Are you there, William?
Hey, Jackie, I think he might have gotten disconnected. Are you there, Jackie?
Oh, my goodness. I was on a call with 1,000 people.
I'm here.
There he is. Go ahead, guys. You got to start wrapping it up.
Y'all couldn't hear me.
You got to start wrapping it up, you guys.
Well, listen, what I wanted to ask you, Jackie, is a lot of people here have heard about telomeres. What are telomeres in the first place?
Well, telomeres kind of express your DNA, basically. They carry a lot of information about you and your DNA, and they're just really critically important to your health. And the longer they are, the stronger they are, the healthier you are, the longer you're going to live.
Excellent. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, very good. All right, guys. Now, one more thing, Jackie. If someone decides to buy the product, how long should they stay on it?
Oh, well, I'll answer this really quick because I know we're closing up on time. The thing about when you activate these pathways and you begin to remove those free radicals at a rate of 1 to 1 million per second, because the body can create its own antioxidants, you're empowering it to do what it did when you were young. But the thing about your body's ability to do that really slows down when you hit about 35 years of age. And when you go on this product, it begins to activate that within 24 hours. And it's removing those damaged cells, repairing, healing.
They know that. They know that. But how long should you remain?
This is it.
All right.
When you go off of it, within about 2 weeks, the same damage starts to happen all over again. So the answer to that, as long as you're living and breathing, you need to keep that NFR2 pathway working.
Amen. Amen. Well, listen, we're going to give away some free products here in a minute, guys. Hang around. But, Jackie, thank you very much for joining me this evening. Frank, thank you for allowing us to join you. Folks, let me give you this phone number and this email address. So if you want more information, certainly please ask for it. I'll be happy to get it out to you. And it's not a hard sell type of deal. It's just the information, guys. That's all it is. Okay, my telephone number is 910-690-6008. 910-690-6008. Just call me up and say, hey, I'm with Frank, and send me the information. Boom. That's it. That's all there is to it. Okay, if you would prefer to email me, you can do that. The email address, and the mods are probably typing this over in the window next to me here. And the email address is CLQUIK12@gmail.com. CLQUIK12@gmail.com. Hey, Frank.
Yeah.
Let's give away your special package, and then we'll give away the product. Do you want me to come up with something?
You want to do that now, Tink?
Sure.
You bet. Hold on a second. Let me help Tink out. By the way, it was really good to hear Jackie's voice. I haven't talked to her in a long time.
You too, Frank.
Oh, there you are. You doing good? Your husband, everybody in good health?
Everybody's good. Thank you.
You know what, Jackie, when you think about it, the coronavirus is affecting us in a pulmonary sense, but it's also rewriting our DNA, because that's what a virus does. It goes into our human cells, and it says, no, you're not going to function like a regular cell. You're going to function like I tell you to.
Wow.
And unfortunately, it rewrites our DNA, no doubt. But let's say that you don't get the coronavirus. You know how stressed out I've been for over a week sitting in this same room? I mean, the view is beautiful. There's no doubt. I must appreciate and be grateful for that. And I'm talking about my wife.
Aw.
Yeah.
And then there's the view looking out the window as well too. That's beautiful. But you know something, Jackie and Will, this stress that we're going through, even if you don't get the coronavirus, is rewriting your DNA. And that's what this product does.
Turn that TV off.
You know what we should do, and in fact, it's part of my report for tonight. We need to turn off the news.
Absolutely.
We need to turn off the news, and I'm going to show the reasons why tonight. But okay, Tink, how are we going to do this? Only in premium, right? If you're a member of our forum. If you're a member of our forum of KTFalways.com, then you know that go into the chat room. Go on in there right now. And Tink is monitoring. Now, what word are we looking for, Tink? The first person that posts this word is going to get this envelope in the mail. And what this envelope is a little gift. It's 21 notes. It's a 21 set of the Boulevard currency from 2019. No, 2018 and 2017. There you go.
What country is that, Frank?
Venezuela. Venezuela.
Gotcha.
In fact, look here. Let me open up the envelope and show you the example. It starts with the lowest currency they have, which is their $2 note, and there you go. So it's one of every one of them that they use. So we're going to give that away, and all I need is the magic word to pop up, and Tink is going to be looking, and as soon as she sees that word, we will ask you to give us a call so we can get your address and your name and send you this product. Tink, what is the magic word you're looking for? You ready? The first one. No, because that wouldn't work. That's a good one, Jan. Jan says, have them type April Fools. No, because that one. Instead, why don't we do this? The first one that types up April the 1st. April the 1st. Go.
Somebody already did that before you said that, though.
What? Oh, somebody already. Okay, stop. I'm so sorry. That's my fault. That's my bad. They're all going. Okay, stop. Okay, you ready? All right, put your fingers down, or put your pencils down. Somebody. Okay, you ready? Here we go. This is the actual word. Okay, you ready? Oh, bless your hearts. You're posting this in in UB2B, but no, we're only doing it for the members of our forum of our premium. The first person to post the word Hawaii, spelled correctly. The first person to post Hawaii.
Oh boy, gotta get it right.
Yeah. First person to post Hawaii. Wow, nothing in chat yet.
Nobody's posting.
Nobody's posting after you
They all
had.
stopped after.
They all
Everybody's
stopped.
Googling the spelling.
No, it's just that they stopped. They froze when.
Okay, here we go.
You got it?
My chat's froze.
Oh, your chat's froze.
Okay, here we go. Let's
Okay.
go here.
Jan's going back.
Fenway.
Who?
Fenway.
Fenway, Fenway. Congratulations, you won the package, Fenway. And you know what to do.
Somebody from Boston.
There you go.
Somebody from Boston.
Is he from Boston?
No.
No, he's not from Boston, but he does like Boston baked beans, I heard. Congratulations, Fenway. Now we turn it over to Will. Will, what word would you like our premium members to type?
Well, are we just doing it in premium or we do it on a UB2B?
It's up to you. Why don't you do UB2B? Because we did premium.
Let's do UB2B and give everybody a shot at it, okay?
Sounds like a winner. Okay, now.
All right, here we go.
Hold on. Listen to Will's voice. The moment he says the word you're supposed to type, the first one that types it is the winner. Okay, you ready, Tink?
Yep.
You can see it, right? It's not frozen?
No, mine.
All right, here we go, Will. Say the word.
Where we go one, we go all.
Where we go one, we go all. You have to have all those words. If not, you don't win. Where we go, I don't even know what he said. Say it again, Will. Say it again.
Jiggy.
Where we go one, we go all.
Who won?
Jiggy.
Jiggy.
Easter, but I think they won last time.
Hey, Jiggy, did you win last time? Because if you did, if you don't mind, we're going to give it to the second place winner.
Oh my gosh, I can't keep up with these.
Okay, we got the winner, you guys. Hold up, time out. Let me talk to Jiggy. Jiggy, did you win last week?
Get jiggy with it.
Yeah, get Jiggy with it.
No.
Huh? Will, did Jiggy win last week? Did you say?
I don't know who Jiggy is. I got people's
He
names.
says, I did, and I agree. Second place. You're very kind, Jiggy. Thank you. Let's go-
Thank you, Jiggy.
Yes, indeed.
I love those folks out there.
Yeah, good people. Now we go back to see,
With prayer.
yeah, with, WITH, prayer, PRAYER. Will,
That's a good-
tell with prayer how they can get a hold of you.
Okay, with prayer, you need to give me a ring on the phone at 910-690-6008. That's how you can get up with me. I need your shipping information so I can get the product over to you. We ship on the 20th day of each month. Okay, guys? Listen, Frank, I wanted to thank you again for letting me come over. Thank you, family, for sitting there and listening to what we had to say. As I said, you don't have to buy anything. Just get the information and make up your own mind based on the facts. Okay, guys? Please don't go buy an antioxidant off of the dang computer or at a health food store. It's not going to do you any good. It really isn't going to do you any good. So please don't do that. Don't waste your money on that stuff. Jackie, anything you want to say in closing?
Looks like we might have lost Jackie.
Oh, we lost her. We lost her. Okay. Well, that's it for me, guys. Y'all have a blessed evening. God bless you, and we'll see you next week.
Indeed. God bless you. Bye-bye, Will.
Bye-bye.
Tink, someone by the name of Black Family says, I'm before that person.
I posted.
I was gonna say no, I don't think so,
and I
because
screenshotted it.
we screenshot, we have it here. You got it there, and what it is to the member called Black Family, it's just that sometimes it doesn't show at the same time, or there's a little glitch or whatever. But with your permission, we see it here on 3 computers, so we're gonna go ahead and send it to that other person. Alrighty, well, family, thank you, Will, for that, and Jackie. It sure was good to hear her voice. Haven't talked to Jackie in a long time. A beautiful sister in Christ, a beautiful soul, and very knowledgeable too. Very knowledgeable. I hope you caught what she had to share with us tonight. Family, it says that we're going to now continue with part 2 of our study. But before we do, may I emphasize part 1? May I, emphasize part 1? That was an interesting 29, round up to 29 minutes and some odd seconds. That was a 30-minute audio between me and Delta that was just packed. And I hope it helped you. I hope it did. Listen, let's get to, and you know what? It's 20 till 3 for me, which means what? It's 20 till 9 Eastern Standard. I'm not going to keep you long. Yeah. First of all, it looks like UB2B, whatever reasons. But why don't you write this down in case you don't get a notification to tell you Frank 26 is on UB2B? In case you don't, on time, in case you get it like an hour after we get on the air. On Mondays, you'll find me on UB2B at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's an introduction to our large, production that we do at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on livestream.com/Frank26. So once again, UB2B, Mondays, 5 Eastern Standard. You don't have to wait for them to send you a notice, because they're not going to. Then you've got the main production on livestream.com/Frank26. And that's at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard. Now, on Tuesdays, nope, I rarely come on. On Wednesdays, here we are. And I come on at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Today, we came on, like 7:15? 7:15, a little bit after. So, the times I'm giving you are the ones that I try to hit. And if I don't, it's only going to be off by maybe 15 to 30 minutes. So, at least you have an idea of when we're on now, okay? And that was Wednesday. About Thursday? Nothing. About Friday? Only inside of my forum. In fact, I'll tell you as of now, KTFA Premium, you're going to get all of Firefly's report. Oh, gee whiz, look at that. As we're talking, look. As we're talking, there's another report that just came in. I'm just curious. Let me just see it real quick, because I already know all the other ones. Let's see what this last one was. Oh, well, okay, I'll tell you what. We'll get to this in just a second. Let me get back to what I was saying. What was I saying?
About the times you're going to be on.
So Friday, it's free. Come on in and be a member of our forum. It's free. Our forum is called ktfolways.com. Ooh, I've lost the 3, baby. You got your
Oh, it's behind you on the bottom shelf.
bottom shelf. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Somebody said if you're not a member, you should be.
If you're not a member of ktfolways.com, you should be. It would behoove you. I think so. It's free. And if you need help to get into ktfolways.com because you use a phone and you shouldn't, it was perfect quality, and there was like about 3 or 2 people that kept insisting, I can't hear nothing. It's skipping every other word. But yet everybody else says, wow, that's great sound quality, Frank. Yeah. Anyway, so looky here. Write this down. His name is Steve. Steve is one of our admins. And he's just graciously helping Jan and I in a way that that means a lot to us. And we appreciate it, Steve. His phone number is 440-296-2333. 440-296-2333. Or you can send my wife an email at admin, ADMIN, at ktfolways.com. KTF always stands for Keep the Faith Always. Why? Because we're a Christian-based organization. In fact, I want to start out by simply closing my eyes and praying. Would you join me? Heavenly Father, I pray for your children of this planet Earth. Abba, I don't know what's going on with this virus, who did it, why they did it, purpose, all that stuff. I just got ideas, but Abba, you told us about this. Yeah, plagues would be abundant and people would die in large numbers. I pray that the numbers don't get so large. It only pleases the evil of this world, right, God? Father, I ask you, could you please save us from this virus? Please, Dad? Please? Father, could you forgive me for my sins that maybe has brought this plague unto me and those that I love so much, your children? Abba, give the scientists the wisdom, give the politicians the patience, give your children a second chance, please. I pray this with sincerity, and I pray it with faith because you are my God. You are my God. You're my Father, my Heavenly Father, my Creator. I have no one else to turn to, and it is by faith that I will always turn to you and ask you to please protect us from this virus. In the name of your Son, Jesus Christ, by the blood that I ask to be bathed and to be protected. And by the Holy Spirit that comforts me when I need to be comforted. Amen, Abba. Amen. Amen. Okay, so yeah, these are tough times, no doubt. I don't want to be mean. I don't want to be nasty, and I'm not going to. But I wanna say this. There's thought. Maybe we need to think about this, family. To stop watching certain news channels. I hate to say it, and I'm sorry, but they're the ones that make it so obvious. This network called CNN, They disturb me tremendously. And it's just so obvious, their agenda, what they do. One of the things I saw yesterday, and this is all related to our study, hang in there, I'll give you something and then I'll leave you. One of the things that bothers me is that they said yesterday, well, this guy, Trump, he needs to give bad news. At first I thought, what in the world are you talking about? He needs to tell the truth. He needs to tell the bad news about the coronavirus. And when I heard that from CNN, first of all, I said, I was defensive. After I thought about it, well, okay, I understand your point of view, CNN. In the beginning, Donald Trump was not so, worried about it. He called it a flu. It'll be over. It'll peak, and we'll move on. Well, okay. I mean, weren't we all hoping that that was the case? And now that we've learned more, okay. And he's helping us to combat this. He's the one that told all the nations, stay inside. Social distancing. Yeah, Trump was started this by his advisors, yeah. Now, the news will tear him apart. Well, you should have started it right away. What, you knew to start it right away? Oh, yeah, I knew. Then why didn't you open your mouth? But all they did was to open their mouth to criticize every little thing he did. And the latest thing is they say, Donald Trump needs to give bad news. None of the, stop this positive stuff. Really? So when they asked him this question yesterday, I think, Donald Trump responds by saying, well, I'm not a negative guy. I really am not a negative guy. You want me to give you negative news? You want me to tell you we're all going to die? I can do that. You're doing it, CNN. But no, I'm not a negative guy. You know something? I've been accused of the same thing. Every time I listen to Frank, he's always got, the things are going great and the lava flow and nothing is stopping. And I mean, he doesn't give a date or a rate, but he doesn't tell us that, this may never happen. Right. Correct. That's not my opinion. That's not what I see. That's not what my teams bring me. You know what I mean? So, I want to be positive in our study, and President Trump wants to be positive in the way that he's trying to educate us now. I don't know, it just breaks my heart. It really does break my heart, because you're talking about the media. That's where I used to get my inspiration from, my information from, my patriotism from. Yeah, not anymore. Not anymore. You remember last time we were together, I talked to you about that little boy? Remember that little boy? Or no, that little girl? And her mother went outside and they pledged allegiance to the flag, and now everybody's doing it? Well, did you forget that Obama made you a shame to do the Pledge of Allegiance? Did you forget that he's the one that kicked it out of the classrooms? Why? Well, we shouldn't pledge to the flag. Why not? And that's what this media is doing. It's killing Americana. It's killing the reason to pray. It's making you ashamed that you're a Christian. Well, it did for 8 years. Actually, more than that. More than that. Remember the Bushes before him? Oh, they'll tell you that they're Christians, but what were they? Well, for what it's worth, I just wanted to express my opinion that we need to stop watching this one station, CNN. They are vile. They're nasty. Here, may I suggest this? You can get this online. See that? You know what that is? This is OAN. I don't make any money from OAN, but I believe that OAN is probably one of the more, I'm sorry about the reflection on it, I'm so sorry. One of the more decent news broadcasting channels. In fact, President Trump himself, every time he calls on the OAN network, he tells them, "You guys are doing a great job. Thank you." And when he talks to CNN, he tells them point blank, "You're lying." Well, today, CNN busted my heart again. I was waiting all this time for the president to come on television and do his daily report, I guess, with his task team. But sadly enough, right when they were doing the broadcasting, they broke away. I think it started like not even 5 minutes. I think it was into 3 minutes of the broadcast. And they broke away. Do you know why? CNN, I mean, here's the president ready to talk to you about the coronavirus, the latest numbers, the latest things, the latest equipment, where we're at. Here's the professionals, all the doctors, let's tell the citizens of the United States of America. 3 minutes. 3 minutes into it, CNN just simply stop the video. About 3 minutes into it today. And for the next 45 minutes, they spewed every bad comment that they could think of against Donald Trump in what he said in those first 3 minutes. That's not journalism, that's communism. I remember seeing it. I know the smell. I know the taste that makes me vomit. I know the color red. I know it. I know you. And you know me. And we're arch enemies, aren't we? So CNN, for the first 3 minutes, the president comes on and he brings with him some rather astute people. In fact, one of them was, oh dear me, I know I have it in my notes, but it's all buried in my notes because there's so much. And then again, I don't know exactly how much I want to talk to you tonight about. Health insurance not prepared back. That's not it. CNN broke away from Trump's update. Wow. Oh, here's a little bit of the notes. You see, Trump comes out, and I forget who the guy is that he brought with him. Oh, the Attorney General. Did you see that this morning? Or this afternoon for you? Donald Trump, as he's getting ready to start his broadcast, he brings out the Attorney General and he brings out the Secretary of Defense. And what he talked about in the first 3 minutes angered CNN to no limit. And they broke away. And for 45 minutes, they criticized him. Well, how dare the president bring in the Secretary of Defense and talk to us about the accomplishments of drug trafficking in the border between Mexico and the United States? How dare he? I mean, this is about the coronavirus, and he brings out this political stuff to make himself look good in his agenda, which had nothing to do with what we wanted to talk about. Oh, yeah. What they did is they robbed you, family. They robbed you of the knowledge of Trump and his task force from the White House briefing. Yeah. And you know what? I switched over to Owen, and I got to see the whole thing. Yeah, and I kept switching over on the regular television, and I noticed this. Now you may be saying, well, why are you bringing all this up, Frank? Who cares about this? You should, because you see, While Trump was talking on Owen and giving you good information about what's going on with the coronavirus, CNN was female dogging like the communists that they are about just the first 3 minutes that talked about border issues. Oh, that was successful, wasn't it? And on top of that, who would have thought that the coronavirus was going? Boy, it sure did help us a lot, huh? And let me see, 14,000 Mexican troops and soldiers are on the border working with the president of the United States, the Mexican president. Oh, jeez, are you kidding me? This is too politically good for him. So they destroy him. Family, they're going to, you know what? Trump talked about Iraq. Did you hear what I said? He talked about Iraq. Well, yeah. Well, he talked about Iraq and Iran. Well, female dogs slap both of you if that's what it takes. But you didn't catch it because CNN didn't let you see it. They don't want the reinstatement. They want to continue to steal. Oh my goodness. The roots are so deep. And the power behind the media is what tells you how deep that hand can go. So that's why I'm telling you that the media, who thinks that they're very cute and clever, criticized Trump because he brought the Attorney General and the Secretary of Defense, and they talked about the success that they've had in protecting our borders from the coronavirus. But they quickly said that it was about him, grandstanding and patting himself on the back. Ladies and gentlemen, they robbed you of the information about Iraq and Iran. I want to talk to you about it tonight before we say goodbye. But do you understand how important that is? They robbed you of this information. That is a communist tactic. Don't tell them the truth. Tell them what we want the truth to be. When I saw that, it took me back. And I don't want to go back to those days. Communism is not good. Communism has the right to kill your family without any explanation. And this is what you want. We have an enemy, KTFA. We have an enemy, American citizens. And it's the CNN. There's a member on our forum by the name of Buckeye Tree. Buckeye Tree said, you know what, remember the days of Apollo 13? Yeah. I stayed up for about 2 days straight. Maybe you don't know, I wanted to be an astronaut when I was a kid. My father was in the Air Force 22 years, what'd you expect? I had 4 nominations for the Air Force Academy. But there were other plans for me, I guess. Apollo 13, Buckeye Tree says, united America under one cause, under one spirit. How true, huh? Didn't we all pray for Apollo 13 to come back home safely? There were no communists, there were no Democrats, there were no Republicans, There was no yellow skin, brown skin, black skin. We only knew about 3 brothers that were in harm's way of being lost for an infinity in the darkness of space. And we would always have to remember that's where they were. Yeah, we're united, and I wish we could do that now. But it's not happening. And I keep telling you, it's all political. And you may not see it, but it's there. It's there. You see, Donald Trump said in that part that they took away, he said, Iran, I'm paraphrasing, Iran, touch our troops, touch any troops in Iraq. And then he said the words that, he said the following words: touch our troops or touch our assets. And in Iran, oh, it's going to be very painful. Oh, very, very painful. Not for them. He said Iran would pay a heavy price. What did I call it Monday? Actually, yeah, Monday we started talking because we can now. Especially after today. What did Trump say to him? Or to, where is my phone? What did Trump say? Let me see if I can find it. I got a kick out of it. I said, yeah, man, that's exactly what I would tell him. Here we go. Donald Trump today, or yesterday, I think this might have been yesterday. Let me see. No, it says today. He tweeted and he said, upon information and belief, Iran or its proxies are planning a sneak attack on U.S. troops and or bases in Iraq. If this happens, Iran will pay a very heavy price indeed. Oh snap! I call it what that we would rain down the might of the United States upon you to the point where you would go insane. Well, anyways, that's what you missed, guys, from CNN. Thank you, CNN. Yeah, you got your agenda, but we have our agenda too. And guess what? We believe in freedom of religion. That should piss you off even more. Hey, Obama, I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America. Forward. I can do that. They're doing it on TV. Yeah, that's so cool. It's so cool. Hey, Obama, I'm not done with you. Come here. You don't want to come here? You want me to grab you by your neck? Come here. Obama, there's this guy, and also, you see, Obama, you're CNN people. Hillary, how you doing? Did you go hide? Hillary, somebody go look under a rock, please. Hillary, where you at, girl? Huh? Girlfriend. So Hillary runs too. They're all scattered. You want to know why? Let me see. Jan, where do I find the email picture of the United States of America versus... Come on, help me find it.
It's in our,
You got to find it, okay?
yeah, it's right here.
Okay, so as soon as you find it, sweetie, bring it on over here so I can show it to them, okay? So anyways, yeah. Obama, Biden, Hillary, Mr. Clinton president. You think you're going to get away with it? I told you, he's got a stack full. And all you guys in Iran, you know, in Iraq that were Iranian bozos, you think you're going to get away with it? And all you companies that worked with the communists of the United States of America, with the nasty people around the world, you know, mainly the other communists, to hurt the American people without them knowing it. You think you're going to get away with it? Let me show you something. This was filed in our courts on February the 26th of 2020.
Yeah, it's glary.
Oh, it's glary? How about
Turn it.
Let me
That's
see.
better.
Is that better? You know what though? I don't think they can see it. Let me see if I zoom in on it. Is there any way they can see it? Can they see the date? Can you zoom in on the date, Tank?
We got glare from one window right there.
Anyways, it should say, you should be able to see the date, February 26, 2020. Okay? What does it say? The United States District Court, Southern Districts of California. Okay? What's it talk about? Well, you guys go look this up. And you're going to find out. Let me see. Am I scrolling it up so that they can see the rest of what's underneath it? Oh, let's see. There's a little bit more. Scroll it up, babe. Scroll it up again. Look at the company. Look at the organizations. Look at the companies. Look at that. Even CNN is in there. Look at all that. I'll tell you what. Let's stop.
I'm not gonna scrunch it back up.
Oh, scrunch it back out. You think you're going to get away with it? And this was filed back in February. Y'all know about this, don't you, family? And if you go and look at it and study it, you're going to realize that there's a plethora of companies and names, the names that we've been studying for many months now. Ooh. Kaka's going to hit the fan. But CNN doesn't want you to know this. And when they took you away, he said, hey, you know what? What? He said, Iran is in a position right now where they're really screwed. And you feel bad for them. I mean, they're evil. The evil elite supreme. Not the people of Iran, not the good government of Iran that wants to work with the United States, but the bad elite people. They hooked up with the bad people of our political structure, of our political arena in America. Yeah, a guy by the name of, was it Secretary Kerry? Remember him? What was his first name? I forget. Was it John? John Kerry? Remember? Hey, Mr. Obama, President, what you want me to do? Go on over there and tell them what they're doing is perfect. Go on over there and tell them that we're going to load an airplane, maybe a C-19 or something. We're just going to load that sucker with American taxpayer money, untraceable, in these big, big containers, and we're going to just send it to you, Iran. You want that? You love me, don't you? You do love me, right? And no, they don't love you, Obama. They used you. But when you sent Secretary John Kerry to introduce what was it called? The Logan? Yeah, the Logan Act. Bad advice. Bad advice. And that advice sucked. And it destroyed Iran pretty much. It stole money from the taxpayers, billions and billions, so that it could be sent to Iran and then, of course, restolen again because they were lying to Iran. Oh my gosh. Iran, you think you would have known. You've had 40 years of this caca. 40 years of this nonsense in your country. And you didn't know that Obama was pulling the same trick on you? When John Kerry went over there with that Logan Act, it screwed you. You thought you were getting nuclear proliferation and money and everything. Your country is effed up. And now Trump is trying to undo it for you. But you're so stubborn and angry, you don't want to work with him. So you're dying. Bye-bye. But CNN, I wish you would die too and go away. CNN, you took this away. You took this away. CNN, seriously. You didn't even tell the people that there's over 15, almost 16,000 Iranians that have the virus right now. You think their supreme elite leaders care? No, 8% of the parliament of Iran is infected and dead or dying or whatever. Why don't you report that? No, of course not. It would no can do. Those are your boys. Yet they try to sound aggressive, Iran. Oh, we infidels, we're going to blow you up. Look, you're retreating. No, we repositioned because we're ready to kick your ass. And and you know you're dying. And so what are you going to do? Kamikaze? Kamikaze? That's all you got left? Go ahead. Dora, Dora, Dora. Yeah. It ain't going to work for you guys. Didn't even work for Japan. I don't know. I think God favors the United States of America. I mean, it seems that way historically. Iran citizens, don't let this opportunity go to waste either. Work with the President of the United States of America. Do a coup. Do whatever. Coup or coup? How do you?
Coup.
Coup. Yeah, coup. Do a coup. Please try your best, because the Shiite militia forces. Speaking of coup, the coup forces. We've had that for 40 years, and you'd think that you would stop. And family, you've had CNN for a long time, and you think you would stop. So during that time when they broke away from the president, giving all this information, they make the announcement. And Biden, our boy, and Mr. Bendover Biden, it turns out that he now wants to debate the president of the United States of America. Yeah. And by the way, he's also telling the old man, what's the old man, the scarecrow, Sanders?
Bernie Sanders.
Barry Sanders?
Bernie.
Yeah, Bernie. And he's telling him, give it up, give it up. Wow. Okay. No. CNN, I could care less. And Mr. President is a little busy right now. You want to debate with him right now? You stupid. Go debate yourself, man. Go get in front of the mirror. And by the way, I bet you the mirror will win. Anyways, I bet you the mirror will win. Oh, Lordy. Hey, CNN, may I report the news to you? Okay, right. Flash. We have from KTFA. Yeah, there you go. With North Korea leaders are dying, but CNN doesn't tell you that. Not once. North Korea, they're dying. Now, North Korea. Here, watch this. The CDC. Hello, North Korea. Yeah. Yes, this is North Korea. How's the coronavirus going there? We have no corona. What? We have nobody sick. Yeah, what? How many people have died? We have 0 people have died. You see, and that's the problem with communists. They'll freaking lie to your face, their mother, just to steal whatever they can. No, I'm serious about that. They'll kill their mother. Look at the history of it. Go back to the Russian empires. This bonus, this what I call coronavirus, only a bonus in the sense of our study, nothing else. But this bonus in our study is targeting evil like a smart weapon, and you can't deny it. Hey, it's CNN. You want to be next? Yeah, that's a lot of information that they took away from his family. That's a lot of information that is not part of their agenda. Now, I'd like to prepare you for another thing, too. Are you bored, by the way? Should we keep talking? Or would you like for me to stop? Maybe I'll just talk for about 14 more minutes, and then I promise I'll stop. But I'm serious. Sneezing. Oh, they're falling asleep on me, Jen.
Squeezing. They're squeezing them.
How are they dying? Aren't they isolated from the world? Interesting. Biden may be his reflection. Right. Don't stop. Keep going. Oh, okay. All righty. Well, kindly. Thank you kindly. Thank you very much. Well, with that in mind, may I talk to you about another subject? And believe it or not, it's still in our study. You may not think so. When I was a kid and I had to go to Germany, my father was transferred to Germany. My mother and I, we were in an airplane. It was a TWA. The whole thing was 4 propellers and pure, shiny aluminum skin on this airplane, the TWA. It had four tail wings, or excuse me, 3 tail wings, 2, and then the one in the middle. Yeah, good old TWAs. And when we got on the plane, or before we got on the plane, my mom and I, we had to go to the military base, and they gave us shots. Family, I'm not lying to you. You should have seen the shot that they gave me. It was twice the diameter of this. No, I shouldn't say twice. That'd be exaggerating. Just a little bit more bigger than the diameter that you're seeing right here. Now, it had, I think it was 7 needles. And it looked like a gun. So this thing comes up and the nurse, she's like, she's chewing her gum. You ready? Yeah, I'm ready. He lifts it up and puts a little alcohol in it, spits on it. Here we go, ready? Oh my God. I hit her back. I did. I didn't care. I was a kid. I was always a militant. So anyways, I mean, it hurt. I did. I hit her back. Anyways, so what they did is they said, looky here. Hey, babe. Yes. Remind me to call Strong CBM, man. I keep forgetting. Anyways, what they were giving me were called vaccines. And especially with me going from one country to another country, oh, they had to load me up. I was sick for about a week. I remember. When my mother and I, when we flew over to Germany, we went to Wiesbaden. Yeah, Wiesbaden. But we didn't want to live on the military base, so we went to Kaiserslautern. And we lived with Frau Weber up in the apartments. Sweet lady. But, and when we were on the plane caught on fire. Here's me and my mom, and I'm looking out the window because, wow, first time in an airplane. The clouds, oh my goodness, and the air pockets, like, you don't have air pockets nowadays like they used to back then. I used to love them, man. Yeah! But the plane caught on fire. I was looking out the window. And then I heard a bunch of people screaming and, propeller! It was an oil leak. It caught on fire. And they could have gotten serious. We ended up landing in something called Easter Islands. Yeah. Guess I've always been meant to be on an island. Anyways, I didn't mean to get off track. But when we went over there, they had to give us these vaccines. Because back then, some was 670, long time ago, measles, chicken pox, these things were killing people left and right. When the vaccines came out, it saved everybody. Ladies and gentlemen, a vaccine is a passive, slow, easy. It is a passive transfer of serum of antigens of that virus. And it's an old medical system. This has been to make a vaccine out of the antigens of the virus itself. It's an old medical system that has been protecting us from many dangerous diseases and viruses that we don't even talk about anymore. Yeah, I did hear last year that the measles were trying to make a comeback. Get ready for the vaccine. Interestingly enough, the vaccine for the flu vaccine that they tell you, they encourage everybody. I ain't never taken it. Never will. And I have my reasons for it. This vaccine, oh no, I may have to study it and think about it differently. But I need more education. And CNN, you're not going to take that education away from me. You're not going to take that education away from me. I don't really care, for a flu type of vaccine. I do care for the vaccine on a different level, like chickenpox and measles and mumps and all that kind of stuff. But for this, I'm going to have to give it some serious thinking. Okay, so yeah, and you too, get the education because the vaccine is coming. That will be next. In the meantime, there is an awful lot of things, I guess, that we can do to protect ourselves. If I have a loved one that all of a sudden, got this coronavirus, I would do everything possible to find a ventilator. I would do, actually, as a respiratory therapist, I'm not too thrilled about going on a ventilator. The odds of coming off of a ventilator are against you. It's like 1 out of every 4. But do learn as much as you can. But be careful with CNN. I've dedicated this show tonight to try to teach you, to tell you, be careful with who you're listening to. You know what? It was last week that CNN actually falsely accused, it was called Liberty University. You should Google this and study this. They flat out lied. And then on top of that, they interfered with their First Amendment rights. CNN thinks that it can do things when it has no authority to do so. Golly, they sound like somebody that we study right now. I would study the hydroxychloroquine, the phlegm that they have, the Z-Pack. Hey, go back at your notes. I told you about Z-Pack about over 3 weeks ago. And it's not like I knew it. It's because we study. The coronavirus is serious. Learn as much as you can. And if you think that the vaccine is for you and your family, well, then consider it. But more dangerous is the false information that CNN is putting out. About 190,000 cases across the United States, about a little over 4,000 that have died. The mortality rate is actually 0.02 in a means average. But in the total population of the United States, it's actually 0.00001. I mean, but still, I know. What are the odds, right? What are the odds? It's like, it's really against you, but no. It can be right there, especially if you do stupid things. So the president once again says, just get inside, clean, wash your hands, stay with your families, do something that is actually normal. Yeah, our society causes us to not be a family anymore. Boy, this virus sure is doing a lot of things all at once. Alrighty. I guess I could keep talking. You know something, family? Oh, wait a minute. Check this out. I think I got it. Yeah, I think I do. Hold on. Recording. Number 8. They asked Donald Trump, and not on CNN, they asked him, they said, sir, do you think that the coronavirus was put out there to destroy your economy, your work, everything that you've accomplished? What a great question. CNN would never ask that question. Check this out. I missed the first 10 seconds of his response, but listen to what our president actually says. Do you think the coronavirus was made to destroy you? Check this out.
So, but think of it. It was a hoax. It was a total hoax. And when you think that I got impeached only because they had a majority in the House, they didn't get one. They didn't get one Republican vote. 196 to nothing. Not one Republican. I don't think it's ever happened. The Republicans stuck together, and they stuck together in the Senate 52 to a half. A half. So, when you say that, yeah, I think it took a lot of, I see them going and saying about speed. Well, they probably illegally impeached me in the sense that if you look at the FBI today with what happened, the horrible things, nobody cares about that now because all they're thinking about is the virus, and that's okay with me. But you look at the report that came out from I.G. Horowitz, it's disgraceful what went on. It's disgraceful. It's a total disgrace. They got caught in the act. But you know what? We won't talk about that now. Did it divert my attention? I think I'm getting A pluses for the way I handled myself during a phony impeachment, okay? It was a hoax. But certainly, I guess I thought of it, and I think I probably acted. I don't think I would have done any better had I not been impeached, okay? And I think that's a great tribute to something. Maybe it's a tribute to me, but I don't think I would have acted any differently, or I don't think I would have acted any faster. But the Democrats, their whole life, their whole being, their whole existence was to try and get me out of office any way they can, even if it was a phony deal. And it was a phony deal. And it turned out, and all you have to do is look today at the FBI reports, take a look at what the FBI did, take a look at the people, take a look at Comey's report, 78 pages of total kill. Take a look at that. Take a look at the report on McCabe. Just read it. And you'll see how horrible it was. And you know what? I don't think this country is going to take it. You want to know the truth?
What guidance are you offering?
Anyways, I'm glad that he gave his point of view. It's pretty obvious. Somebody's doing something. He's not blaming anybody. But he did make it very clear that the Democrats are just trying to destroy everything that he's doing. So you can't help but to wonder, huh? I still think it was the guy that said, I got a surprise for you. Guess what, fat boy? We got a surprise for you, too. Yeah, there's another thing about this media, this news stuff. Here, there's a gentleman that I respect tremendously, Billy Graham, and his wife. A lot of the things that we will do at KTFA will be modeled from Billy Graham's ministry. Franklin Graham, well, listen to this.
As soon as Donald Trump said that Franklin, the son of Billy Graham, loves Jesus, CNN broke off at 1:22 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Tuesday, the 31st of March. Yesterday, funny enough, they did the same thing. When, what was it, Tink, do you remember?
The My Pillow guy?
Oh yeah, the guy that makes My Pillows. As soon as he said, yeah, I support Trump and I love God, boom, they shut it down, CNN, and went back to their regular, who is it, Como, Bozo, Boo, Como, all those guys that talk, nasty.
It's not Eastern Standard Time.
Oh, I said Eastern Standard 123. So what would that?
Oh, whatever. But you got the point. I mean, here's Franklin Graham, and they're interviewing him on CNN. And as soon as he said that he loves Jesus, boom, it was cut off. Cut off. And they went to something else. I find it a mission. I find it a purpose, that what they're doing. And I'm totally against it. I told God today in my morning prayer, I guess it's okay, I can share with you. I told him, I said, Abba, your son died for me. Father, trust me and believe me, I know I got to take care of my children, my wife. But I'm willing to die for you, God. You know? Don't let me go to waste. I'm willing to die for you. And when you see Franklin Graham, I mean, when you see, even Trump himself was talking about Jesus today. I couldn't believe it. I forgot what it was. Oh, it was about some other minister that he was talking about. And when I see, they're promoting God, right? And when I see those that are against it, well, to me, that's what I'm against. And that's what I'm willing to die against. It was interesting. I was watching a television show on History Channel last night. It was weird. I know about this ranch. In fact, a multi-billionaire bought this ranch. But he never turned over the information that he found. It's called Skywalker Ranch. I personally think it has to do an awful lot with the radioactivity from our military. But Skywalker Ranch is a place that, the History Channel is now doing on a series basis. And you're not going to believe this. Because they don't, they think there's something there, right? Whatever entity, whatever power, whatever radiation, whatever it might be. The man, the head scientist, 5 degrees, doctorate degrees. He says, well, before we go in and start to do anything, I think that we should pray. And the guy that was driving the little buggy, he's like, the buggy, he looked over, like, yeah, right. And then he looks over and he says, I'm going to pray. And then all of a sudden the smile went like, oh, you're serious? Yeah, you see, that's what we used to do as Americans. We used to call upon God, not the false gods. That was pretty cool. They actually prayed. Yes, Tank?
It's called Skinwalker.
What'd I say?
Skywalker.
I said Skywalker. I'm thinking about Luke Skywalker.
I'm like, I don't think.
I am your father, Luke. No, you're not. You're not even Luke Skywalker. You're God. So it's Skinwalker. Skinwalker, which is actually the name of the ridge. A lot of people thought, oh, Skinwalker, it must be like shapeshifters. No, it's not. I forgot what our shapeshifter. Who is it? I got the little weasel. Schiffler, yeah. That's who they're going to find at that ranch. Schiffler. But anyways, my point is that on television, on the History Channel, they prayed. The man closed his eyes, he said a prayer, and he said, at the end, he said, in the name of Jesus Christ. You know what he was asking for? He was asking for protection in this place that they were about to go into. I don't know. You got to be careful. CNN, you have to own it. CNN, you have to own it. And family, got to realize that we had Obama for 8 years. We had the Bushes before that one, huh? That's a lot of years. I think one Bush got 8 years, the other one got 4, so 8, and I think it was 12, plus 8 from what's his name? 20 years of communist dominance. No wonder our health care is screwed up. No wonder Iran is about to die completely because of the advice that they got was not to help them, but to destroy them so that they could lose everything to those that thought that they would be in power. Sorry, Hillary. They want you in court. Oh, my goodness. The governor, and then the governors of each state, 50 states. Come on. Even you, California governor, what's your name? I forgot your name already. Acting like, oh, yeah, I'm working with Donald Trump. Donald Trump, he pimp slapped you, man. You wake up. And yesterday you started talking nice about him, but before that it was nothing but filth that came out of your mouth about Trump. Governors of the states of the United States of America, for the love of God, you tell the federals, you tell DC, mind your own business. And now you're complaining because DC is not send you what you want. It's really not DC's responsibility. It's you, Governor. But you blame. Own it! Own it! CNN and all of you governors that are blaming. Maybe you are owning it. Because that governor from the California, first time I ever saw him actually say something nice about Trump. So maybe they're working together now, huh? I hope so. And I hope that a lot of others, the New York guy, he doesn't know who else to blame. And what they're doing is each governor of every state seems to want to blame the President of the United States for what they are responsible for. Take care of your damn state. And then they blame, well, it turns out that we didn't have anything in the cupboards. We didn't have medicine, we didn't have ventilators, we didn't have respirators, we didn't have ambu bags, we didn't have gowns, we didn't have masks, we didn't have any of that stuff. And whose fault is that? The federal government? No. And Governor, if you weren't prepared for this pandemic, your fault. Governor, if you wanted to be prepared, all you had to do was just get a hold of DC and they would have sent the funds that you need, right? That's why they take a census, right? No, you could have done it. You could have owned it. You could have taken care of it. But no, what are you all doing now? Instead, you're blaming the President of the United States of America. Gavin, that's your name. Gavin Newsom or something like that. You're blaming Trump for your failures. And then you blame Trump because the cupboards were not filled with all the stuff that we needed. Hey, isn't it Obama? Oh no, Obama left the perfect healthcare program and he left all the equipment that we needed. Where is it? And why is it that the healthcare program sucks? When I go to a doctor, you know what I'm saying? When I go to a doctor, let's say, I don't know, my left ear fell off or something. This one. Let's say I went to the doctor because my left ear fell off. The doctor's going to say, well, who's your primary care? What? Well, who is your doctor? Oh, I'm sorry, you can't have that one because he's not part of the copay that you got. What? Look, give me a damn doctor. But you got to go through so many hoops and hurdles because of Obama. Thank you, sir. Really appreciate it. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Obama, Hussein Obama. And you didn't catch that when you voted for him, huh? Trump will punish me, says the governor. What? Yeah, if I talk bad about him, he'll punish me. Frank, John Kerry broke the Logan by going over there to talk after. I know all that. Anyway, so please don't bother me when I'm trying to talk to you guys. In fact, you know what? I think I'm done talking to you. But the governors are saying that if we ask Trump for help, it'll piss him off. You liars. He wants to help you. He wants to help you. He wants to help me. My name is Frank Villa. I know I believe this. And Governor Gavin Newsom, hey, I hope you are working with with the president. That California's in bad shape. God bless you guys. Hey, we pray for each other, right? We need to be one right now, and that's why I prayed at the beginning of this conference call. I don't want, and that's how I started at the very beginning of our call. I'm not here to blame anybody. We need to be together. But what I did tonight was everything from Iran. Come on, make my day. Touch me. To the health insurance, Kerry, CNN, their lies. Everything is being funneled and channeled to go against Donald Trump. Today, the first 3 minutes, like I said, they broke away because they didn't like that he was talking about successful political things, and they literally spewed upon him. How dare he get on his soap opera and pat his back for his success? Why shouldn't he? Are you not an American that is so proud of our president that has done this? Oh, I see. Okay, my bad. But you think you got away with it? You think you got away with it? I cannot wait till this coronavirus is over with. You think you got away with it, huh? Nobody even knows what the about that February. In fact, I won't ever talk about it again. Family, I can talk to you forever because I have that bad habit. But I'm done. And team, or excuse me, premium on Friday, you're gonna get a lot. In fact, look at here. Just go to our Firefly. Let's see. Just as an example, today, let's say we started at here we go, 3:23 a.m. in the morning. We start our communications, and I'm only going to give you a little bit of this, but for the rest of you, inside of our forum at ktfalways.com, and if you don't know how to get there, if you have trouble, you can't get in, this is how you do it. Watch it fall in a minute, but oh, you can't even see it because of, oh no, there you go. That's the phone number. You can call Steve and he'll get you in our forum. That's our website, .com. What is it? Admin at ktfalways.com. You need help getting in our forum, come on and we'll help you. But this Friday, Team Chat, it is $10 a month. If you can't afford that, let me know. I'll help you out. Here's what we got. On Friday, we're going to just give you a lot of information. No, it's not in the articles. But let me give you an idea, starting with this one today at 3:23 in the morning. And by the way, what are we calling the potential new prime minister? Zebra. I like that. Well, anyways, they already know that number. Check this out. Zebra calling for special session right away. Have you read an article that Zebra is talking to the citizens and having meetings with them? Zebra is calling for special session next week to vote on his cabinet. Oh, how quickly things move when Trump's around. But you know what, Mr. Frank, with the curfews? What curfew? Your banks are open. You can go out. Stop being... Okay. But you know what, with the curfews, Mr. Frank, and no meetings due to the virus, that's what they tell you. And no meetings due to the virus, Parliament being allowed to vote on cabinet, this is how they're going to do it, Mr. Frank. And then when this started, I said, oh, they told them. They told them. And sure enough, they did. I don't think you know, but Mr. Frank, they're saying that they will, that being allowed to vote on the cabinet, and we're going to vote through WhatsApp. And we're going to vote through WhatsApp, and the Shiites, oh my gosh, they're so mad. No, and the Shiites are furious over this. People honking something cars in sign of gratefulness to the United States of America for the 15 million to help fight the virus. It's on Baghdad national TV about the USA giving help to fight virus. But yeah, isn't that cool? Look at that. I don't know how much you can read of it. But as much as Eddie and my friends out there feel that, oh no, we're never going to get a chance to vote, you don't understand. I keep telling you that we're there now. You're going to vote. And you're not going to vote the old way. Everything will be accounted for. You'll vote through WhatsApp. And guess what? You're going to get what you want, citizens. And the Shiites, They're mad, right? They're out. What'd you say? Oh, they're out furious and they're honking their horns and they're mad and all that. Yeah. And they're going to get so mad that they'll finally, at the last breath, will be, okay, everybody, let's get together. How many of us? Oh, there's 4 of us left. What? Okay, 4 of us. Okay. But all assault, a full assault on Iraq and the infidels Americans. Okay, okay, you ready? Okay, let's go. What? You need to get drunk first? Oh my God! Okay, go on, drink it, drink it, drink it. You ready? Okay. And it's basically suicidal, because man, every crosshair, every scope, every radar, everything. Man, you even moved. Oh, I got you. Yeah. So, no, Mr. Frank, no cabinet vote, and because of the curfew and because of the virus, Parliament. No. And then all of a sudden, looks like we're going to vote through WhatsApp. Brilliant. Yeah. Oh, and by the way, thank you, Americans. Thank you very, very much for the money. Yeah, and that's good. And that's good. Now, I know 5 minutes after my conference call, someone's going to say, I knew that they were going to vote through WhatsApp. Yep, I knew that already. Yeah, oh, no, I knew that. That was just, it's old stuff. Bozo.com already told me that. Yeah. And I make fun of it because you know what? That's what happens all the time. I know I'm supposed to swallow it. I know I'm supposed to stand there and let myself be kicked as hard as possible. But I don't know. I don't know. I don't stand for it. Today at 7:46, Iran's highest military leader, Mr. Frank, of the Revolutionary Guard. What? He's in Baghdad today. I know, Eddie. No, you don't, Mr. Frank. You're talking about the second in command from Iran's, right? The elite supreme leaders. I told him, and this is the guy, right? How do you know? All right, now, you go ahead and tell me what you want to do, because I know you're going to get mad. Well, it turns out that this leader, this military leader of the Revolutionary Guard of Iran, he's in Baghdad today, and he's meeting with Iraq politicians on the vote of Zebra and his cabinet. And they're showing them on the television. It's supposed to be a secret meeting. What's up with that, Mr. Frank? However, it's all over the television news. Yeah, it's all over. And we say after this, Zebra will never pass now. Never. And what happened, once again, the misunderstanding, the miscommunication, in my opinion, this whole call is in my opinion, we felt that, maybe this could happen, So, but we knew, or excuse me, in my opinion, Z, who is, with Trump, sent by Trump, it wasn't to do what he thinks. This Iranian military guy comes to Baghdad, and everybody in Iraq, all the poor Iraqi citizens, are saying, "Oh, look, Z's talking with him. He's hooking up." No, forget you, Z. No, that's not the case. Then he says at 9:35 in the morning. Now, by then, as you can see, some hours have gone by, right, Mr. Frank? Or excuse me. Iranian militia inside Iraq are threatening all politicians. Well, I thought they were having a meeting and kissing each other. What happened? Well, Iranian militia inside Iraq are threatening all politicians that vote for Zebra. We will kill you. Oh, really? Yeah, they kill you. Death. They have this up on our billboards. They are stealing. They are starting real trouble for Zebra, and the high-ranking officials from Iran were in Iraq all day with their threats too. So as you can see, this is starting to bother the Iraqi citizens because they're wondering, why you got these guys from Iran over here? I thought, Zebra, you've been talking to us. I thought you was a good guy and all that. To which I said, and you know what? I said too much, so I'm not going to read all of the. Oh my gosh, it's so 9:35. Is that? Okay. So threatening too, and here we go. And what I did then is I responded to him with a long post. Listen, this will probably be the end of our conference call. Eddie, hey guys, I told you that everything would be okay with the Prime Minister and his cabinet. I just couldn't tell you how everything was going to be okay. And I also couldn't tell you that you were going to do the votes or how. But now that you know, praise God. As for the money that we just gave Iraq, please notice, it's only for the virus. They still have to raise the value. As for the meeting with Iran and Z, in my opinion, due to the sensitivity of all the years that they have abused you, you're jumping to conclusions once again. So I will let time show you what is going to happen once again. You see, Zebra, he's not making friends with them. You know, Iranian guys that just showed up. He's not making friends with them. He's telling them how is it going. He's telling them how it's going to be from now on. And trust me, Iran will become very angry once again. Because Zebra, he's delivering Daddy's message to Iran. Because Iran does not have the, well, I can't tell you the anatomical parts to talk to President Trump. Time will show you all. Time will show you all of this, but I have to lay back and allow time to catch up with you as I continue to pray for all of us. At the end of your report, you say Iran is angry and telling the citizens that we will kill you, and telling the politicians that we will kill you if you vote for America. Now, do you think that relationship, that attitude, would exist if Z was working with them? Heck no. He told Iran military leaders, up yours! And now they're angry. Angrier than a hornet. Z did not go to Iran. Iran came crawling to Iraq. And they got the wrong message. And Eddie, I love it. I love it because normally we would just blow the hell out of the enemy. But Trump is a businessman. And he has squeezed them to the point where they have no more money. They don't have any money of their own. And no more money to steal because we control it in Iraq now. With the fact that nobody wants to help Iran or give them money because they are contaminated with the coronavirus. Eddie, your country is now protected by the United States of America's troops that were not there 4 weeks ago. Fascinating, isn't it, this Donald Trump? Fascinating, this Donald Trump, isn't he? God bless you, gentlemen. I'm so proud of you. And of course, their fear. Look. Mr. Frank, no, it doesn't say Mr. Frank. It says, Iran saying Zebra will not be selected and they will kill all American interests. I know what they're saying. I'm trying to tell you to let it go. But I know your fear won't let it go. We think Zebra, Mr. Frank, we think Zebra will not pass, and then the United States will take action against Hezbollah and take over Iraq. That's our opinion. I'm going to stop, but look what I said. Yeah, right. Now with our troops, they are actually ready to destroy Iran. But I'm not talking about it publicly yet because I am told that Mr. Trump is going to make an announcement about this later on today in one of his tweets. Yeah, I also agree with the idea. We're trying to squeeze them out and simply take over so that we can establish the government and raise the value. Man, oh man, that will really piss off a few Iranians. Others who read Moses. Yes, exactly, Mr. Frank. I ran all over Iraq today in Baghdad, meeting with the politicians, then Hezbollah soldiers in brigades. Mr. Frank, if Zebra fails to be appointed, golly, this is long. No. April 5th starts backup date for all banking activities. Oh! You see it? This is the one you just sent right now. Did I tell you not to worry about your banks? April the 5th. Oh, man. 4 days. On April the 5th. Maybe I shouldn't tell you this. You see? Wow. And I got a feeling this is going to happen in the United States sometime around Easter. It says here, April the 5th. The start is the start back update for us for all banking activities in Iraq. This is to help offset the crisis in Iraq with the virus and low oil, announcing different ways to have salaries paid. And the banking sector goes back online starting on April the 5th. Yeah, okay. Did you have a good time? This is raining, babe.
Oh, of course.
Of course. Lots of rain. Anyways, hope you had a good time. Oh, Snag Doodles. I already read it, Frank. Laughing out loud. Now, what is she speaking about? Speak, Frank. Tell us, please, please. Oh, you're being facetious. You're just being funny. Shang Doodles. In other words, you didn't read it. And there was a lot more I didn't read either. But I'll give it all on Friday's team chat inside of our forum. And don't give me that look. Oh, I got to pay $10. No, you don't. I give it to you free. I told you. I got to pay $10. I don't have $10, and I'm never going to get it. You know darn well I share everything on Monday if we have the time. Anyways, I think we're done.
Now asking for walking stick.
Yeah, well, Friday. Alrighty, I can't think of anything else except to say thank you, God bless you, and be careful, with who you listen to. Maybe say a prayer before you listen to the news, huh? Lower your blood pressure too, for that matter. Anyways, I can't think of anything else. Well, a lot. Ignore the CNN news because they ignore Donald Trump. I even told you on Monday. What did they told their journalists? Don't go to his press conferences anymore. We don't want to post what he has to say. Wow. And I actually have the letter from the corporate to their employees. Wow. And yeah, there's so much more that I'd love to share with you, family, but we're done. God bless you all. Be safe. Be strong. And April the 5th sure has an interesting ring to it. Because I've heard that date before for other things too. Something for me to look at right now. Want to say goodbye, Ting? Anything you want to say?
Bye.
Bye. I love you.
I love you.
I'm proud of you.
I'm very proud of you.
Thank you, sweetheart, for all that you do.
Good job.
And to all of our admins, especially Steve. That poor guy ring-a-ding. Hello? What? No! Hello? KTFA? Never heard of it. Oh, Lord. He's cracking up. Maybe I should call him one day. I should call him in some accent or another, something or another, and just give him a hard time. But no worky, no trabaja. Hey, what? Pushy the button, what? Alrighty. Yeah, that's right, Nancy. Nana Carol, everybody, wash your hands. Make sure that you do. Yes, walking stick. Yeah, okay. We'll talk more about that probably on Saturday when we get together. That Saturday we do our U. Oh, I didn't tell you. Yeah, Saturday we do UB2B too. I try to give you when we have our UB2Bs because they're not really telling you when we're on.
Underneath your video in the comment section is our schedule for KTFA.
What?
I put it in there. So when they log out, when the video's over, it'll be right there for them in the comments under your video.
Under the comments of my video, I see it right here, honey. Down underneath is a schedule for the UB2Bs.
Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday.
Oh, that's
Where
good.
you are, what time.
Yeah, that's good. That way they'll know how to find us. And, it may be off sometimes. We try to be punctual, but it may be off, by 10, 15 minutes or something like that. All righty. Anything else, Tink?
No, they said you should have April Fooled Steve.
I should have April Fool's, Steve.
I still got time.
Oh, lordy, lordy. Anyways, God bless you all. I can't think of anything else. Yeah. God bless, okay? Be safe. Pray for each other. Love you. Thank you kindly for being with us. We hope.